sharing from the heart that touches the heart. Would like to invite our dear brother Eric. Welcome.
Om Shanti, everyone. Good evening. And special Om Shanti, dearest Mohini Didi. And this is a beautiful time of the year. And we're such in a different world that I think maybe some member of the family may not even know that it's time of the Olympics in Tokyo in Japan. And even myself, I forgot. And now it's the opening ceremonies yesterday and competition started. And I thought it's a beautiful image for harmony. And when we read a little bit about the Olympics, it came with the feeling that it should bring the world together in peace. And they talk about the kind of taking a break from any other war during the Olympics. So I'm talking and invoking the flame, the Olympic flame, which should appear anytime now. Okay, here's flame. So it's just, in the news, sometimes they keep telling us in our ear, keep talking, keep talking. The other video is not ready. So I was just filling in. So good evening, Mohini Didi. Very nice to be with you again. Did you know it was the Olympics, the Olympic Games?
Yeah, but it's with the empty stadium.
Yeah, empty stadium. But I was wondering that looking at all the qualities, the virtues, the powers, is it not a little bit like spiritual Olympics for us? That every value, or if you look at harmony or stability, it could be almost not necessarily a competition, but sometimes says you should race, in remembrance. But stability, maybe we should do a skit one day in Peace Village and have spiritual Olympics. How do you perform the best stability? How do you create harmony, and who gets the gold medal?
Baba will be talking. You will listen tomorrow's morning, but consider service as a game. All the time you feel you are playing game, So when you think you are playing game, then you will be entertained. And how to keep your mind and body restful. Mind should not be tired, body should be not tired, intellect should not be tired. And for that, how to win and be a gold medalist, Baba has given a yukti which you all will read in the morning. So yes, it's all spiritual Olympic, but we are already playing every day, every day. Maya is trying in its own way to play with us, but then we also always remember that everything we're doing in life should do it in a joyful and an entertaining way, not as a burden, not as a duty, even Baba said, but just as I'm playing game and I have to win. Right?
And it's a beautiful metaphor or image that they begin the games by lighting the flame. And I was thinking that for us, if we really play the games properly, the flame also has to be on, the flame of the soul and remembrance. So I was just thinking, Baba always feel that many happening in the drama is a memorial of this conference age. So maybe we are doing these spiritual Olympics, and trying to reach perfection in a way is what the athletes are doing by reaching the gold. And we're reaching golden age, but they get gold medal. So it's a beautiful image.
But it's the way Baba explains our game, that everything is already happened, nothing new. And you are only drawing a line, you're not really doing anything. When I hear this internally, I have to kind of, keep reminding, and I think a lot of practice is required. where you just feel you're not doing anything and it's drawing the line. Nothing is new. What kind of feeling it will have, or power, which Baba is saying. Through this awareness, you will have a lot of strength in playing the game properly, playing the service. And then it's Baba who is making you instrument to do service. So today I had class with the teachers of Latin American countries, and I was telling them that really when I think of the part which Baba has given me to play, I really was thinking what I did. Then I couldn't think of anything in the sense of, because I don't know, I always had feeling that it's Baba who got it done. It's Baba who got it done, where as a young person, I will sit with the president of India, the first president, Radhakrishnan. He was very scholarly person in Gita, and his translation of Gita was considered to be very good, very intelligent. And so I read that, and so I got appointment to see him. And then, of course, one time we met, and then his body was not well. So he was resting and lost. So he used to invite me to come, and they will send car for me, and I will go, and he will talk about Gita with me, and so very closely serving some of those VIPs in India at young age. But then I was thinking, it's Baba, like, and this is the blessings. And so, but just to keep remembering that and have that awareness, because, I always, today I was thinking I never had been as clever. But then I think I was a little wise person since childhood, because I was consulted for everything at home. They will consult me about this, that, then I realized that there was something definitely as gift of God, which helped me to grow in this way. Otherwise, I don't see anything very special. But then I also see something very special. So of course, it's entertaining to see how to play, how to play part or game of service. Mm.
And I think, yeah, if merging in the ocean of love is a discipline, because they have discipline about diving in the water, I think you can get gold medal for diving into the ocean of love. We can give you gold medal. But you mentioned something this week which really caught my ear, and you said that I think it was if we lack one of the quality, maybe it was stability also, then we cannot let Baba be Karan Karavanhar. So maybe when you say you haven't done nothing, my observation would be, well, maybe you have done everything to allow Baba to use you all the time. So even when I call you to ask you about what you think of a new model of car or which car I should buy, I think even at that time, we call you because also of your connection with Baba. So maybe one thing you did, which is amazing, is to always allow, never to create a blockage so that that energy can come through. And when I heard what you said this week, I was thinking, do we get karmic accounts with Baba if we don't allow him to work through us? I was thinking, if I'm wasting time, or if I'm not stable, or if I'm a little bit mischievous, at that time, if Baba cannot use me, am I creating a karmic account with him? Beside using my fortune?
See, one of the good credits or a good record of Brahmin is to, go to seniors, go to Baba, but not go always as a problem, in the sense of, so then they always are concerned whether you will be well or not, you are okay or not. Whenever I go, they have to work on me. But I never felt comfortable with that, even with Brahma Baba or Mama and all the others. I will always go where, like as I mentioned, that if you go to ocean of peace, you have to be peaceful, because then only you can merge in ocean of peace. But I am disturbed, all the time. I cannot merge into ocean of peace or even love. So somewhere deeply you have to work on yourself and find some solution and answers, maybe not correct, and go to dadis to confirm them or to verify them, but not go like, Daddy, I always become like that. What should I do now? So yeah, Daddy, I do become like that. I'm thinking of death means what, whatever it is, like stage. And then you work on yourself and, then you overcome it. And then you go to Daddy and say, find some more answers, better answers. And so I think deeply within, I always felt that we shouldn't, like if I'm going in front of God, always smiling, I go in front of Daddy always with, enthusiasm and love for them. So what you receive is something higher. But every time I only go, to get something like comfort and support and, so that kind of, if I maintain my self-respect, I am God's child. They are also effort makers. We are together and I'm taking, their advice to just learn so that I know what I am deciding is also right. I always like take something and I have already know or have taken a step, but I want to see what they would have done it. So I always went like I want to learn from them. Like a big situation happened somewhere, so that is everyone was involved, and I saw how Dadi Gulzar was responding to that situation, where emotionally they were not involved at all. They maintained very positive, attitude towards the person who did it, but still action had to be taken. So the way neutral way they were kind of trying to get solution, where they're not creating karmic accounts. Because one time Dadi Janki said, okay, someone has done wrong. So other person, okay, you have to investigate, but not investigate with your own interest, like you get really interested in investigating because you getting out of that something. So it's very interesting then you look at the stage and how I would have or anyone is trying to solve that and how they trying to solve it, where they don't create karmic accounts. Like if something has to be done that you cannot do this, like some, we call it in yagya, someone has done something very wrong. So Dadi Prakash Mani will say, keep away for 3 months, or then no more duties, just come as a student, something like that. But they don't have internally any bad feelings towards that person. Why you did it? You shouldn't have done it. So it's a very, very interesting way to watch, learn from Dadis, instead of just giving them more work. So I don't necessarily believe, I always believe to take, consult and talk, and I call many sisters here to find out if this is happening, what could have been done, if this is happening, what we should do. Because I love to work together with others also, and but not take it like, affect the stage, any bitterness of any kind towards anyone. So maintaining stage and solving everything in the life, really, really big learning. So I think somewhere deeply each one of us should think that, like I gave example that when you go in front of a big Dada, you take a toy because you want to give him a gift. And then, okay, Baba, you have toy. But Baba didn't look at toy. You will feel, I took the gift, but Baba even didn't acknowledge that gift. Or, but then I don't take it because you have 3 minutes or 2 minutes. So 1 minute that toy took, 1 minute I got. So rather I take both 2 minutes for me. So sometimes like you have to be very kind of sensible and mature, whether with Baba or with Dadis, creates a very lovely, it's more friendship of equality. They don't look at you ever as you are younger, but they see you as, that they can also learn something. One time Dadi Janki was saying, I always listen to your classes. I said, why you listen? I
Mhm.
like your churning. I like the way you say things. I listen to their classes also. So it's like, it's a very, very beautiful way to have relationship, whether with God or with Baba or with Dadis or with each other also, right?
But what about Baba? Do you think we can have karmic accounts with him if we, let's say, if we are an instrument, but because of fluctuating, we are not able to, do maybe the service he would do through us if we were in a better stage? Are we having little karmic accounts with him?
No, karmic account in a way that what you could have received, you are not receiving. So why I should receive, I'm going to ocean, so I should receive something instead of just still with my own situation. First time when I went to Madhuban, I wanted to ask from Dadis, what should I be doing? So someone said, Baba wakes up to 30, quarter to 3. So you take permission so that you can be around. So I thought, okay, I used to wake up early where from beginning. So I just will go. So then someone just said, you don't ask ocean, please give me water. Please, I want bucket full. You go. As big pot you will take, you can fill it. So I didn't relate much, but then I realized that I need to be just around, and I'm sure that I will learn and I will take it. So if you are with God and you're not taking what He could give, so I don't know it's karmic accounts, but it's big loss too, no? Because those moments not going to get again. So whatever time you have with Baba, same like Baba's room, some always go with lot of problems and talk to Baba. I said, why early morning you have to go to Baba and tell all kinds of things, so create vibrations in the room so that when others come, they also feel it. But you take all kinds of this, your personal situations, and Baba, help this, help in this way, help in this way. So what when I go to Baba's room, I should just, take from Baba, love Baba, praise Baba. That's the right way now to go in front of Baba. So karmic accounts, no, we don't, God doesn't get into karmic accounts.
Mhm.
But what He has come to give us, we should receive that now. That's the sensible way.
The word that was echoing in my mind a lot this week was realization. And when you mention it, so we want to learn from seniors. We watch, when we watch all these clips from the daddies and Bab Dada, I keep thinking, why is it that sometimes I feel we know so much, or we feel we know so well, so much the knowledge, but sometimes when there's realization, everything is so different. And have you ever tried to help someone to realize? Can we help someone else to realize something, or is it just look after your own realization and good luck for the others?
I think that it's a power, a quality or capacity. You have to be humble, to be realizing. Because if there is arrogance, you will never realize. You will always think you are right. Realization is why immediately, like for me, realization is very natural because I believe in transforming myself. I believe in improving myself. I'm not looking at anyone's fault, but I'm looking at the way I responded. If I didn't respond that person in a proper way, I want to change that, then change other person who is creating the situation. One who has this aim of self transformations, constantly improving, progress, and also settling more than also creating. Like today, I was thinking one thing I never could do in my life is to confront anyone. So I was thinking that, is it like I'm not brave enough? But I feel useless. I say, why I'm going to waste my time to confront? If that person says something, believes that, that's okay. So I don't know if someone really changes into kind of more motivation for self-improvement, self-progress, maintaining self-respect, then definitely more realizations can happen in that person. But that's the easiest way, is realization. Once you realize, it's really something very, very simple. You can change yourself quickly.
Where do you feel that your personal realizations come from? When you feel sometimes saying, oh, this feeling of realizing, do you think it's coming more from your churning, from yoga, from your efforts, your fortune, food,
I,
the food, the
I,
Brahma Bhojan?
well, I think it's from everything. It's not only one thing, but if I have an aim and I reach to that goal, then I don't look at anyone. I have to, even when you are walking and you find your foot is slipping, or you feel, oh, your one of the leg is weak, you have to do it, right? So I feel that love for efforts, and effort is not struggle. Effort means really be free from struggle, because if you don't make effort, you end up in a struggle, right? So if you really love effort, love churning also, and it should happen naturally as insights coming, not intellectual churning, but more from inside. So I think it's from everything, knowledge, from yoga, from Baba, and my part also, right? What we have to become.
Because when Baba tells us sometimes you have to realize yourself as a soul. And when I was looking at the qualities we're looking at every night, I was thinking to become more that quality, stability, harmony, or love, is it a question of practice or efforts or realization? Is it sometime that I didn't realize something? And I was asking myself, if I'm not soul conscious 24 hours a day, or at least, more consistent, because you talked a lot about being consistent. And I was thinking, why am I not more consistent? Is it because I didn't realize something, or is it because I know the knowledge, I know Gyan, I understand? So what do you think? Are we lacking a little bit of realization, or should we get a new discipline, Olympic discipline, realization, and aim for gold?
Mhm. Why we are not consistent? Because lack of attention, and somewhere the intellect gets very involved, and we are not able to be observer, like I am playing my part. So we have knowledge, but awareness of that knowledge has to be created more. And I think that every day all of us are getting better, in the sense of more realization, more efforts, more understanding. And I was also kind of, Baba was saying that link should not break. Today, Baba used the word link. And I'm really kind of deeply reflecting on that link. No, before we said connection, but now it was link. So like internet, we have links. So how not that breaks, then I think internally we look at, we're not really very far. If somebody asks you, who is your spiritual father, we will give answer. What do you learn, we can give all the knowledge. So somewhere we are already there, right? But it's little subtle aspect of connecting or feeling that love link all the time has to be more experienced or realized, whatever. And I'm saying it's coming soon. It's going to happen soon. Mm.
But when I like what I like very much when I listen to you, and more actually in the last, of course, few months, is how what I understand when you share deeper and subtle aspects of Gyan is, for me, it opens the door to a realization if I use it. If I don't use it, nothing will happen. And my realization this week was realizing that there are still so many things I haven't realized, as if there was suddenly the feeling there's all these diamonds somewhere. So it's like a game. I have to find those diamonds. They're hidden somewhere. I have to find them. And to realize is like to have a new light on an aspect of knowledge. And I find it wonderful when I listen and suddenly it brings a new dimension and I say, oh, I never thought of it that way. Then if I make an effort, then it can become realization. But I find it as, should we want to have realization? That would be my question. Maybe should we expect realization? Because Baba says without realization, there's no transformation sometimes.
Mm. So, this morning, it is, today, is a special moon, right? So it's a full moon, but special once in a year. I don't know what they're naming it. We're not seeing moon in the sky, but it's a very special moon. So once in a year, they call it Guru Purnima. That means it's a full moon day, but they call it day of Guru. So someone was offering bhog. No, asked me, it's my birthday, Guru Purnima, can you offer bhog? And we generally don't, but I said, okay, let's do it. Anyway, we had to make breakfast, make it little better one, and we will offer to Baba. But what the word of blessing which Baba gave for that soul, when I called him and told him, I said, but it will only work, or Baba can make you do wonders if you at least keep this awareness in your mind that I am a victorious soul or I am whatever. And then I deeply said, but if soul doesn't do, so Baba, Baba's blessings cannot work. So that's what we have to remember, that what Baba is saying, let me do it. At least create awareness, you're not immediately doing. If you keep that in awareness at least, so realization will be there, or Baba will make you instrument also to make many things happen through us, because like with Dadi Prakash Mani, the instrument, Baba keeps saying Nimit, Nimit. But how can Baba make Nimit if I am not even creating the awareness of what he is asking me to? And now is the time we should do that and see Baba's wonders, And he really looking forward for such souls who are not just busy in service planning, giving yan, but preparing themselves to be a very good qualified instrument, subtle instrument, so that Baba can use us. Like he said, I'm able to use the Gulza because of her silent mind, that she thinks very little, so she has a lot of energy. So same way, each one of us have to be creating awareness to be special, so that Baba can use us, our subtle powers. So realization also is part of awareness. When I become aware, from that awareness, when I think of myself, realizations can also happen.
Lovely. So I think we still have lots to practice and to play with.
Yeah.
So maybe in the next few days, instead of getting blessings, we can get gold medals. And then by watching everyone performing well in their spiritual activity, then we can give gold medals to everyone and give them encouragement. We are the spiritual heroes. So lovely to listen to you, Mohini Didi, in the times of the Olympics, and I'll get my inspiration from the flame directly. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Okay, Om Shanti.